The professor here. Today we look in on the genius clockmeister as he solves yet another horological conundrum.
Why, thank you, Professor. What have we got for today?
There it is there, both halves. I'm gonna go try and find one to fit it.
Damn it. Equipment failures.
Okay, after much searching, I found a screw that'll hold it, I hope. We'll see what happens when I start cutting. Now, is everything centered again? I gotta go get my thingamajiggers. Hold on. Alright, I got my glasses. Make sure this is centered. It is not. It is not centered. So it was before. Suddenly it's not. Which way is it? Which way is it off? Off a little sideways here. Well, we gotta move it. Everything is off. I don't know how it gets off center, but somehow it did. So important, make sure this is centered. Okay, so now I need to put the centering tool back in and take the cutter tool back out. Put this back in. This could be ruining the threads in my thingamajigger. Okay, that looks centered to me. Gotta make sure everything's loose. When you center it, you gotta make sure everything's loose so that the plate will move where it needs to move. Then you lock down everything. Okay. That's dead center. Okay. I'm going to take the centering punch out. Put the cutter in. I knew I was going to have problems with that screw anyway at one point. Let's hope this works. Let's hope this holds and it works. All right. Here we go. So put light pressure and go back and forth. It can go different ways. I always use light pressure. Try not to go right through in one push. As long as you see cutting action, you're good. Steady pressure. Get there. Take it out. These screws will. Okay, there we go. A little more pressure on it. Here she goes. She's got my stick at a time. She's coming. Sounds weird, she's coming. Let's pull to this. And I'll hold like this. Here we go. She's coming out. I think we're through. Okay, we are through. So now we remove the cutter. Okay. And we put in the bushing. And when we put in the bushing, there's an oil sink side, and you put that down face first because we're on the inside. So we want to put the oil sink on the outside of the plate. So this is how we do it. Okay, and then we use a puncher. One like this, flat tops, so that we can punch it in place. It's a cool little thing. And then all you do, I didn't bring a hammer. I have to use this. You push this down on here and you just punch it in. When you hear that different sound, you know it's all the way in. Oh yeah, it's nice and smooth on this side. Smooth. It's smooth on this side. So that bushing is in place now. And on the other side of the plate, it'll be sticking out a little bit, and I'll be cutting that down later. But in the meantime, we did a good job with that one. And that's all there is to bushing. Now we're going to bush another hole right here. We're going to use our centering punch again. See, now all you people watching already know how to do this, right? You already can tell me how to do it because you know now. You know now how to do it. There's a certain way you got to put, there's a flat side on these things that you got to put in towards the screw. Okay, so now we're allowed to center the next hole. Something seems to be bothering us there. See, I'll show you the bushing. Right there in front of my finger is the one I did. And it's nice and level. It's quite nice. But on the other side, where my finger is, you can see it's got quite a bit of depth. I have to cut that down. And we'll do that with a special tool over here. But in the meantime, I've got to line this up for the next one. Okay, there is the center line. We're in the center. Now this one I don't think is going to bite. I don't think this one's going to have the ability to bite. Maybe it will. It's not centered. how it is. So it doesn't like this one biting down on it. We might have to just use the one. Okay. The one side is really holding it. That's all you need, is one side to hold. Now on this one I'm going to be using a different cutting tool because it's smaller. I'm putting a smaller bushing in, and I'm using a smaller cutting tool. Again, all of that was measured. I'm using a 197 tool here, cutting tool, 197. This one's a lot smaller, and I'm going to be putting a smaller bushing in, and my screw suddenly doesn't fit anymore. Why is that? Oh, okay, I know why. It fits, it just that I didn't have the square face lined up. Okay, are we still good? Yep. We go cutting again. Now this one won't be isn't as thick, this bushing, so it won't stick out on the other side. It won't protrude like the first one, but it will still need to be cut down and then chamfered as well. So we got 2 more tools to use yet. This one's a little better because I used it this size, a very small size. This is like this way. Cut through already. We're through. So now remove the cutter, the small cutter, put in the bushing and the punch. Now with this bushing is very tiny. And again, put the sink, the oil sink outside. I mean on the bottom, which is technically outside. I wish I had my, I know you can't see what's going on, but I'm locating, I was locating. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. That's bad. I lost it. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh, I lost the little guy. I gotta go get a pair of pliers. I mean, a pair of tweezers. One sec. Okay, I got myself a set of brass tweezers here. Now, I can pick it up and put it in place. You sort of position it over the hole. It won't go in the hole. You'll hear it changing the sound. The little tab is bending. It doesn't want to go in. Oh boy, that's not what we wanted. For freak's sakes. We're messing this up. Oh man, we're messing this one up. What's going on? What's going on is this thing is bending. Part I'm trying to put it on right there. It's bending. See, it's bending down, not allowing the thing to go through. So now I got a real problem. I'm going to do some work on that. Maybe I can straighten this thing out. Boy, oh boy. I got the bridge bent and I got the bushing only a quarter of the way in. So I really got two problems. Right, which I don't know how to solve. I think I can solve if I go to... I'll be back. Okay. I think I got it level. I don't think I can show you, but that part looks level now with the rest of the plate. And I did get the bushing to level out as well, but I had to take it downstairs. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. I wasn't expecting this much trouble. That's the first time that ever happened, but of course that's probably the first time I ever did one of these bridge. It should have been something there to support the bridge. All right. So this plate is not done yet, because now what we want to do is take the smoothing broach and the cutting broach. Let's see how this thing fits in there now. All right, so it's too tight. Not going to fit in there. So this is where you got to broach it out. This one needs quite a bit of broaching too, I might add. Quite a bit. I'll take the tiniest one we got. Tiny broach. I'll broach it out. You got to do this nice. You got to do this nice and level. Keep everything level to the plate. Now I'm going in there with a cutter. A 4-sided cutter, maybe 5-sided cutter. And I'm going to just do a little cutting. Do a little cutting from this side. Seems to be good on that way. Seems to be a little bigger now. Still going to be sized a little better than that. Can't remember what part goes where. What end goes at what end. I think she got to be a little bigger than that. Okay, that one is broached perfectly. Now we're going to get a smoothing broach. The smoothing broach is just round. I don't think I'm going to get this in there though. The smoothing broach is too big. Yeah, okay, no worries. Now we're going to do the other hole. Before I broach the other one, I think I'm going to cut it down. So now, what we're going to do, we don't need to hammer punch anymore, but we do need one of these cutter tools, and it cuts. I just got to get one the right size, not too big, not too small. Okay, that one seems a little big. That is my smallest one. No, not this one's smaller. This one's perfect size. All right, I got the right size cutter. 220 is what it says. Put in my fake screw, which is gonna hold. Oh yeah, and that's stopping me from there. Good darn it. Doggone it, man. Everything wants to stop me. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I only need one to bite. I only need one to bite, and I found one. All right. Of course, not lined up perfectly. Let me get it perfect right there. Right there's where I want it. Right. Yeah, too small. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. I'm going to have to speed up the camera. Lordy, lordy. There we go. Now we cut this baby down. Cut her down to size. Oh, she's looking good now. I wish you could see how nice this was. I still got a little lip on her. I'll take that lip right off. Even if you go a little below, that's good. Okay, I cut that one down. Now I want to chamfer it. The other one didn't need any cutting. Now the chamfer is a big piece. Probably too big. The chamfer is a pit that looks like a cutter, but it's just going to be dull. It's just going to cut around the edges and make a nice finish. Okay, there's what I've done. So you can see both of those holes have a nice chamfer, or sort of like a well for the oil to go in. And that's one plate. Now the other plate's going to be more difficult. Can it get any more difficult than that one? This one I'm only going to be able to do one. The one that's between these two posts, I'm just not going to be able to get that one. I can get the outside one though. So we will attempt to do the outside one. See if we can get a location on there. Moves every time. Why does it move? How do we do this? This wheel is freaking me out. Cool, that's what you need there. Okay, got it. I'm going to go down here. Here, you just check over here. Is this around it? Is it broken that post? Oh no, that's not a reach. That post is in the way for me to pound it. Okay, well maybe we got a smaller one here. It's good to have lots of options, I'll tell you, tool-wise. There's things you got to check before you go ahead and start doing stuff. Okay, that one will work. That pounder will work. So we can pound with that. We've already centered it, and now we got to cut. It's a bit of work. That's why people don't like the bush clocks, I guess. Because if you mess up, which I have done a couple times today, sometimes you should just stop, when you're working and things aren't going good. You should just give up. I'm doing a video, but normally I would just quit right now while I'm ahead. Hopefully I'm going from the inside of the clock. I don't even know I am. No, not. Well, I have no choice. I have to put it backwards. I have no choice. No choice in the matter. Okay, a hole is cut. Fell right into the hole. Looks like I'm missing a cutter. Oh no, it's there. It's just so small. All right, hole is cut. Bushing. We're going to use the small one. The baby bushing. And the sink well this time, this is the outside, so the sink well is going to go up in this case. That out a little bit. Just a brooch. No, those brooches are too small. I need a big one. Perfect. Chamfer it a little bit. They look nicer. More for looks than anything, I guess. Okay, it's sticking up on this side, so that's not good. I need to cut it. But I don't know if from this side I can get at it. Because of those things. Yeesh. Yeesh. Not gonna work. I need a little cutter. I'm gonna cut this one down for some reason. Didn't have to cut the other one down. Okay, we're good. Put the smoothing brooches at the end. These are the two smoothing brooches. Cutting brooches can go down here. And another cutting brooch here. Well, I bought a cheap set, so I guess I really bought a cheap set. Okay, that's it.